Balotelli, Aguero!
Brought to you by Modelo.
And Gerrard!
Alright, we live.
Yes,
going
sir.
Armchair analyst, back with my boy Tom. What's going on?
You know how it is. Same old, same old.
Just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Boom.
How you feeling?
You know what, yeah? After I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was actually so gassed. Like, so gassed. And I woke up and it literally said 1,000 subscribers. And I was just like, oh, finally, I'm here.
Trust.
And it's kind of like, it motivates me more to just work harder, provide more content, better content and stuff. So I'm working on a lot of things now to improve the channel and stuff. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to keep going. And yeah.
Trust. You know what that means? The beautiful people listening to this need to get it up to 2,000.
Yeah, soon.
And ours to 1,000, or we know where you live. Alright, cool. So, start of the show, we'll talk about last week's UFC. We don't just talk about Premier League on here, we kind of watch other things.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to skip the rest of the card because it was good, but we'll get to the juice of it. Let's get to Khabib Poirier. That poor man.
It's not really. I mean, he got paid better than he's ever been paid, and
I mean,
like he's gotten a lot of publicity from it and stuff. I mean, I think he performed better than I thought he would. I mean, obviously he was so disappointed in himself because obviously as a fighter, your competitive level is completely different from everyone else.
Yeah. I think for me personally, I thought Poirier did himself justice. And I think he did just as well as anyone else could have against a dominant champion. But I think he's done Tony a favour and he's highlighted some serious weaknesses in his game.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing for me was, other than him getting wobbled in that second round, which I think Poirier could have stopped him if he had stayed calm and didn't just start swinging for the fences.
But he was desperate, innit? He knows. He knows that he had to take that chance.
No, it's like fucking you're hitting like an untouchable man, and once you've wobbled him, it'll be like, shit, I might do this. Especially in his hometown, you're like, sick. Well, not his hometown, but like in a predominantly Khabib area.
Yeah.
But I think what's highlighted the most is the third and final round when Dustin landed that guillotine on him.
Yeah.
That was in.
It was in. Even Khabib, I've been called out about how to say his name. Even Khabib, like on the post-fight interview, he said that he was really deep.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, like, if you watch it, I've been watching it back a few times and watching other people break it down. There's a point where he starts giving his back to try and get out of the submission, which you never do. That's basic white belt jiu-jitsu. And if he did that, if Poirier had the energy and the wherewithal, he could have landed a Darce choke and it was it. And I think Tony's going to see that. Tony's been preparing for him 4 times. This will be the 5th time they fight him.
Tony is more... He's got more dexterity on his legs and stuff as well. So
I think
he could easily, like, not easily, but like he's got more chances of like getting like a triangle or some sort of submission like that, because Khabib hasn't really fought a jiu-jitsu artist that can work his whole body. Like, he's got 4 arms. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I think as well with Tony, when Khabib's obviously his wrestling is top of class, none of one other. But his actual striking when he's got you down isn't good. Like, he smashes you, but it's not controlled. And someone like Tony, who enjoys letting you take him down and hit him, he's going to grab onto an arm and hook on for dear life. He'll play those games. He's a savage. And Eddie Bravo, his jiu-jitsu coach, owner of 10th Planet, he's going to see that. They're going to be working on some shit to finish him. And I do think that this has to be the next fight. If they don't do Tony versus Khabib, it's bullshit. Because I've heard from Ali Abdelaziz, his manager, who that lemon, I can't stand him. That lemon head. If he didn't train with Khabib and Daniel Cormier, I would want to swing for him. But I know he'd knock me out. Technical difficulties. And he was saying that they want GSP, and I was like, you can't do that for legitimacy of the belt.
Yeah. I think Tony is up next, but they said that if anything goes wrong with the planning of that fight, they're leaning towards fighting GSP more than fighting anyone else, because obviously Connor's always going to be on the table in terms of like talks about fight. Khabib fighting Connor, but Conor, I mean, Khabib is completely not interested in
I
fighting
don't blame
Conor.
him. Like when I saw Conor tweeted, "Let's do the rematch in Russia." Literally, it actually annoyed me. I was like, "Listen, I was your biggest fan from like 15 to a few months ago when he started left hooking old people." But as soon as he called him out, I was like, "Just shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
There is you're not getting that. You got smashed around because your team isn't good enough and your preparation was shit, and your cardio is a rowing machine and on a bike.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants to scrap and he wants to be, fine, but you're back of the line like everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, there is no interest in anyone for that. Like, it's got to the point now where people just don't care.
But you know what's surprising though? Conor is still like top 3, top 4 lightweight contender.
It just
and
doesn't.
it's just like it doesn't make complete sense because an inactive fighter shouldn't even be on the list.
Yeah, no, especially not when he's punching old people. Maybe that's why he's number 4, because he won his last fight. But I think as well, you got people like coming up now, like Gregor Gillespie, 13-0. He's not a big name, but people like in the tight MMA circle know him, and he's not getting fights because of how good he is and because he's not a big name. Like these people coming up, like there's some interesting fights for Khabib, but I think he will do Tony. If he beats Tony, GSP, job done. 30-0 if he beats GSP. But
that's one thing I don't see him. I obviously Khabib can beat GSP, but I'm not just saying this because I'm a GSP fan. Like I've watched GSP from such a long time ago. It was like UFC 90 something, and I know what GSP is capable of, and he knows the fighters that he can beat. He's not just gonna call out fighters.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like that, because GSP knows that he's confident of beating a fighter when he calls them out. When he called up Matt Hughes, basically. Obviously, the first fight went terribly wrong because he was young and stupid at that time. But the second fight and the third fight, you saw how dominant he is.
Yeah, I think as well, when you got a coach like Firas Zahabi, who's gonna literally watch everything Khabib does, he'll probably follow him to his house. He'll live next door to him in Dagestan for like a year. And breaking down. I'm not a massive fan of GSP in terms of I support him, but I respect what he does and know how good he is. And I do think watching that fight, GSP would beat him. He would get taken down by Khabib, but everyone gets taken down. But I think grappling wise, stand up wise, he's on another level. Stand up
wise, oh my god, GSP is one of the best boxers in MMA.
Yeah. But I think the problem with GSP is how would he react to that weight cut? Yeah. Because he's old now and that body is taking some wear.
But he looks like he's in really good shape because I don't know if you saw the recent interview with DAZN. He looked really good. He looked like he's in shape. So
he looked healthy.
Yeah.
But I just worry that when he starts dropping that weight, cutting, that maybe his body won't take to it because he's a big guy.
Yeah, but the thing with him he's already mentioned that he doesn't have to fight Khabib in lightweight. He's willing to fight Khabib in a catch weight, so he doesn't have to be for a title if Khabib doesn't want to risk losing his title. You know what I'm saying? So it could work.
But I think though, if GSP beats Khabib, then it's a bit like, oh shit, now we've got a lightweight champion that's just lost. Yeah. So it's a bit like,
yeah, but then again, GSP's gonna want that slightly just because he can take 3 divisions.
I thought if Khabib's gonna move up, the fight for me is, I know everyone thinks he's a massive nonce, and he pretty much is. Colby Covington versus Khabib is a fight for me that I think could be one of the biggest.
Oh my God.
USA versus Russia, exactly. Putin, Trump, and the thing is, I think Colby could beat Khabib. Colby's so much bigger than him. His cardio's better.
He's a wrestler. He's a really
good wrestler. He might not be as good as Khabib.
Yeah, but his defense is
and he against fucking Robbie Lawler, he was landing like 3 punches a second.
Literally, when on that fight against Robbie Lawler, I didn't expect Robbie Lawler to get dominated.
He got drowned.
Like Robbie Lawler is one of the best fighters.
And he got drowned.
And he got messed up.
Literally drowned him in just death. But then I think what actually overshadowed all of that event was they announced a fight I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah,
almost
just before the actual card.
Yeah, more than anything. There's 2 fights I'm looking forward to this year now. We'll get to that. We know which one. Everyone knows already. I think the audience can fucking guess. But there's another one, and that was Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. So I was really looking forward to that. But then they've done this, and it's trumped it. Like now, I don't even really. I'm like, Diaz versus Jorge. is a scrap.
That's gonna be another pay per view.
I will pay £500. I will give my left testicle to watch this fight.
And the thing I like about him is they're both trash talkers, but they both respect each other
Yeah.
so much that the build up is gonna be sick.
Fire. And the thing is as well, they're making a belt for it. The bad motherfucker.
Are they
title.
actually doing
Yeah,
it?
Dana's confirmed it, and I think it's a smart idea.
For the brand, yeah.
Yeah, like a one-off thing.
Business wise, that's a really.
And you see what The Rock said about it.
What?
The Rock, obviously, he's a Miami boy, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Jorge's a Miami boy. He was like, I'm gonna do everything I can to get to this fight, and if you win, I'm putting the belt around your waist.
No,
That's
way.
lit. You think how all the celebrities gonna be there? Drake, if you fucking go to that, do not touch anyone.
Yeah.
Do not talk to him.
No
Don't
pictures.
look, no pictures. Don't even shake his hand till after the fight because we will beef. You're a wedge guy. Just stay away because don't sabotage
and that
this
is
fight.
so soon as well. It's November 4th, I think. November 4th.
Something like that. Yeah, I cannot wait. And you got Gastelum,
like a
Darren
month
Till on
and a
that
bit.
card too.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna die. Gastelum versus Darren Till.
Gastelum's
Someone gonna die.
kill him, man.
Someone gonna die.
Gastelum is one of the underrated fire ever.
But you know what's funny about Gastelum? Like, so think about Darren Till. Yeah, I've just been KO'd twice, like stiff, like battered. Well, he didn't get KO'd. He got actually did get KO'd.
He did
twice,
get by Masvidal. He got
and then he got knocked out and submitted basically by Tyron Woodley. So you go, okay, so I need to move up to 185. Fair enough. He looks like a monster at 185. Like we've seen some pictures. But who am I going to fight? I don't know. Just the hardest left hand in fucking Mexico. He's going to bounce that off his head.
Mini under Ruiz.
Sure, he's going to send him back to Liverpool, packing. Like, that didn't make sense to me. But that card, as long as no one I will stop praying so no one gets injured. I'll pray to the MMA gods. Please, no one get injured.
I don't know. I think everyone's going to play it smart. It's going to be big paydays for everyone.
I'll bubble wrap him. I'll fully walk around. I will pick up cuts for him so he doesn't like even break a nail.
Do you think that the winner of Masvidal versus Diaz would get a title shot?
Yeah. Because apparently Colby's playing silly bollocks with the negotiations for Usman. Yeah. He's been asking for stupid money, and I get what he's trying because people are paying to see him lose. Yeah. But you can't make those demands because your last pay-per-view did like 50,000 buys. Yeah. Fucking KSI and that get that in like 20 minutes. Like, you can't be making demands, but I do think I'm leaning more to Jorge at the moment to win it. But when we get close to the time, I'll make more of a prediction. But I think if Jorge wins that fight, he'll go for that title. Yeah. I think Jorge could beat Usman.
Yeah.
But
Usman is good and he's consistent, but he's got a lot of holes in his game compared to like other champions that we have right now.
Yeah, but I think as well he's just injured all the time. You know, he can't run anymore.
Is it?
Because his knees are that jacked up. Like there's that no cartilage around him or something. But yeah, so that's the UFC we were covering. Let's get to Premier League because internationals have finally fucked off, and I really hope they just get cancelled altogether. Cancel internationals, they're just shit. Your players get injured, it's boring, and you have to watch England play Kosovo. And watch Harry Maguire and fucking Michael Keane have a stroke every time the ball comes near him. But no, so there's not really that many tasty games this week, but there's a few that, if you're a betting man, you might put some money on. Yeah. Am I a betting man? Potentially. I might get a second mortgage. You never know. But so there's none on Friday.
Saturday.
So it's up with Liverpool Newcastle first, isn't it? Yeah.
Liverpool's gonna. I would want to say that Newcastle's gonna put up a good match and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna say, and it's gonna be at Liverpool. So
yeah. If it was at Newcastle, I might
would have
go,
been a different story.
Maybe.
Yeah, because the atmosphere is gonna be completely
and
different. But they're gonna Liverpool is so used to that. Like,
yeah, they didn't pick up any injuries in the internationals. What do you reckon? I'm going 4-1. Actually, not even that night. 4-0. 4-0.
I'll just say 2-0. Just because it's Newcastle.
Conservative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brighton, Burnley. I just lost. Oh, we're doing it. We'll do it your order.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Then we got Man United versus Leicester City.
2-1 Leicester. I'm not even like entertaining Man U anymore. The only way they're getting a goal if Daniel James scores.
He's been balling.
He's a baller. But the funny thing is, they gave him Player of the Month, Man U Player of the Month. Fair enough. But to me, that's like winning least retarded player. In all honesty, how can you give someone a Player of the Month when you've been that trash?
I know.
But I think Leicester Yeah, even at Old Trafford. Like, Old Trafford's not a fortress
It's
anymore.
not, no.
It's like a sandcastle. You can kick it and it goes into dust. I think Vardy scores.
Yeah, I'd say 2-1 as well, Leicester.
Yeah.
Because I know Man United's going to come back somehow to get 1 goal. Then we have Sheffield United versus Southampton.
It's not attractive names, but I think this might actually be a good game.
Sheffield's been playing not half bad, you know.
Yeah, remember I picked them as my underdogs. Yeah. They're doing all right. What do you reckon?
I'd say Sheffield just because it's at Sheffield.
Yeah, I think
probably like 2-0 Sheffield.
Yeah, I think. So what have they done? So they beat Palace, drew to Bournemouth, lost to Leicester, drew to Chelsea. Yeah, I think I'll go 1-0 Sheffield United. I do not like Southampton. Sod them. Saints can fuck off. So I hope they lose.
We got Brighton, Burnley after. Oh, that's gonna be a dead game.
I'm so happy that's a 3 o'clock kickoff and it won't be on my screen. You know what that is? That's when you're falling asleep watching Match of Day. That's the game you miss because it's 0-0.
Probably. I'd say 1-0 Brighton.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Yeah, no.
Because Burnley, they do score.
They
just don't stop conceding.
Next game would be Chelsea versus Wolves.
Oh, your boys.
I'm not really confident again. But Wolves has been playing terrible this season.
Shit. I think they've only won one, haven't they?
I think they haven't won any. Oh yeah, they haven't won one.
You know what it is? It's the Europa League disease. They've not got the depth of a squad to play that many games. Burnley had that problem before when
they haven't won. They've drawn.
Well, you know when they're winning
and lost 4 times.
They're winning on Saturday.
No. Chelsea 2-1.
Actually, talking about Chelsea, something that triggered me watching England play.
Mason Mount.
Why the fuck is Ross Barkley playing over Mason Mount? If he can't get into the club team, how the hell is he getting in above him in the England team?
They're playing him for experience.
You can give him as much experience as he wants. He's still stupid. Like, he's not the worst player in the world, but James Maddison's better than both of them, and Mason Mount's definitely better than Ross Barkley. It should really be Mason Mount starting,
that he's been in
or James Maddison. Maddison's better than both of them. He's a baller. If Arsenal bought him for £70 million, I would applaud it. We're never going to do that. But so I'm gonna go 3-2 Wolves.
3-2
Tammy Abraham to get one. Not Jota. So Raul Jimenez scored a winner. What do you reckon?
I said 2-1 Chelsea.
Fair enough. I probably will.
Then we got Tottenham, Crystal Palace. That's going to be a good game. Palace is playing really good this season.
I've got a funny feeling.
Palace is going to win, isn't it?
Like a cheeky 1-0 and then Pochettino's going to make another excuse up.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I think Palace is going to just, edge it a little bit.
Yeah, and Pochettino make up another excuse like, fucking Harry Kane had a burst tyre on the way to the ground and it distracted him. That guy has always got an excuse for why they win, other than the other team was better.
He's got to back up his team, innit?
Fucking hell, sometimes you got to sit there and go, listen, sorry, Sissoko shit. I think 1-0 Palace.
I say 1-0 Palace as well.
But
Man City, Norwich. That's going to be a 7-0. Yeah, probably I won't be surprised if Man City scores 7 goals.
I think, for me, I'm going to go 6-1, Pookie to get one. And then Sterling, Aguero and De Bruyne just to run him over.
Yeah, De Bruyne. Did you see him?
3 assists, 1 goal. I had him and Aguero in my fantasy football team the last Premier League weekend. They racked up 70 points between just them two.
Yeah, he's sick.
It's ridiculous. It's so easy for him. He can even make Lukaku score. That's how good he is.
He looks like he's playing in slow motion as well when he's got the ball in his feet.
And he makes everyone look stupid. Everyone looks a lot worse when they play against De Bruyne. Yeah. Like you look at some of the best playmakers in the world. De Bruyne makes it look so easy. Okay. Like he can ping a pass from 90 yards and you don't even need to move for it. It's just, it's there now.
It's so hard.
What else we got?
Bournemouth, Everton.
It's not a bad game.
Not a bad game.
Sink that one in. What do you reckon?
I'd say Bournemouth will probably be 1-1. I'd say 1-1.
You know what annoys me? I hate Everton because no Everton player should ever be in the England team because they're trash.
They're so inconsistent.
They're a 99p Liverpool. They're never going to be good. They never have been, and all their fans think they're class. They're most known for Duncan Ferguson trying to kick the shit out of every player he played. But I think they might win that one, and I think Alex Iwobi scores somehow. It'll probably be a deflection of 25 people. Arsenal reject central. You know what? If they want Granit Xhaka,
you can have him.
£20 million. I know we bought him for 45, or whatever the hell it was. But they can have him because someone sent me stats about Granit Xhaka since the start of the 2017-18 season. This is in comparison to any Arsenal player. Fouls, shock, first with 67. He's had 10 fouls this season already. That's double. She'd probably get sent off in that. But he's had 13 bookings. Been dribbled past 47 times, so basically he's a cone. And he's lost 24 tackles. Funnily enough, when he flattened Heung-min Son the other day as well. That man is a calamity. Like, it's a walking car crash. Like, Everton, they love buying our trash. Have him. And we will graciously take...
They probably will take him.
We'll take Fabian Delph.
I think for them it's an upgrade.
Well, yeah, but I think they could take Djemba and Adebayor, and it'd be an upgrade on their attack.
Speaking about Arsenal, we got Arsenal versus Watford.
Get in.
Sunday afternoon.
4-1 Arsenal. Because
4-1.
I think Pepe scores his first goal. Watford are in a bit of turmoil because they just sacked their manager and then re-employed Quique Sanchez-Flores, who was terrible.
Yeah.
But the only other way we can push it is now some of the players that weren't in the first team picture playing under their former manager might pull their socks up and start banging goals. And the one team that always seems to lose against people with new managers, Arsenal. But Troy Deeney ain't playing, so I have some confidence.
Fair enough.
4-1. Aubameyang to get one, Pepe to get one, David Luiz to get one, and Danny Ceballos.
Okay.
Yeah, you're your ex best friend. What do you reckon?
I was gonna say 2-0 Arsenal.
Oh, okay, I can get with that. I think there's gonna be a red card in that game as well.
Because of Watford.
Probably 2-foot Ceballos.
Last game of the week, you got Villa versus West Ham. That's going to be an interesting game.
True story, when I was younger, yeah, and I used to see highlights, I always used to get confused between Aston Villa and West Ham because they both used to have the claret and blue kit, didn't they?
Yeah.
I would always get confused. I was like, huh? Oh, West Ham? Oh, it's Aston Villa.
You've got that two-tone colourway as well,
It used to annoy me so much. I was so happy when one of them got relegated. But I think that's going to be a really good game. Am I going to watch it? No.
I mean, if I'm bored as hell, I'm going to be laying in the sun then, innit? So probably not.
Not bad for some. But I reckon Villa win that.
I think Villa 2-0.
I was going to go 2-1 because I feel like they do leak goals.
Yeah.
I think Connor Cody scores and Wesley.
Yeah.
Not Connor Cody, he plays for Watford, fuck me. Jack Grealish. That's the one I was looking for. Don't ask how I got Connor Cody in my head. But 2-1, I think that'd be a decent result for them. And that's sort of, how many mistakes do you think VAR's going to make this week? 50.
I'd say probably one each game.
Because we end up talking about it every week, and no matter where you go, no matter BBC, Sky Sports, beIN Sport, TalkSport, never go on TalkSport, a bunch of bollocks. We're better than TalkSport. And all we hear is VAR. And even the referees, like the old referees, have stopped defending it because it's not the technology, it's the idiots that are in front of it.
Yeah.
Like me and you would gladly take a tenner to just do it.
Yeah.
We could do it from home. Watch it on a sofa and we'd be able to do it.
Easy.
But it annoys me that dominates the news lines over like performances from players.
Taking too much media coverage.
And talk about dominating media coverage.
Yeah.
Last thing before we finish the podcast is Derek Chisora's little breakdown.
What's wrong with that guy?
Well, he's one punch away from being a vegetable, isn't he? Like his brains look like mincemeat. Like that guy just went off. Like I remember everyone sending in our group chat about it, and I was like, I'm not watching this yet because I'm going to save this for my way home. What the fuck? What? It just came out of the blue. It was funny.
It was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
And Eddie Hearn carried it well.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has points, but he also doesn't have any like legitimacy to back it up because obviously it's for the Muhammad Ali Trophy, which, let's be honest, for a guy that did so much for culture in the sport, they've kind of done that tournament dirty. It's on ITV box office. No one watches ITV anyway.
Exactly.
And then the only thing people watch ITV for is the chase. And Come Down With Me. Other than that,
Come Down With Me, slip.
That bangs. I like
I love
roasting people when they fuck it up. But like they did that dirty. That should be a proper tournament with the best fighters, as out of respect for a legend. But I see why he's getting annoyed that that's the main event.
Yeah.
But let's be honest as well. Like if that's what the event is for, it's got to be the main event.
Yeah.
And then he's on the undercard against, well, the co-main event with Joseph Parker, which I think that's the only reason why it could be the main event, because Joseph Parker's a bigger name than Chisora.
Yeah.
Because Chisora, obviously in Britain we know him because he's a crackhead and he'll just punch you.
Yeah.
Like anyone, he'll scrap anyone.
Anywhere.
But he's not a big name. Like people don't go, oh my god, I can't wait to buy the £25 pay-per-view to watch Derek fight.
Yeah, I know.
Like obviously we know some people. It's just gonna be a slugfest with no technique. It's just gonna be swinging. But you can't be making demands when you're not bringing in anything. Like you bring in a couple of thousand pay-per-views, fair play. But you got KSI and Logan Paul bringing in 1.3 million.
I know.
Eddie Hearn's looking at them going, "Oh my god, you can punch.
Yeah.
You'll make money."
And it's gonna be a better fight because I think they're gonna get rid of the head guard and shit.
Yeah, they're just trying to kill
like
each other.
so.
They're just gonna give each other brain damage.
Which is good because that's. I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, though, I don't agree with them. We'll go back to Chisora in a second, but we've gone on a tangent with this. I don't agree with them putting pro fighters on the undercard because the rumor is it's going to be Billy Joe Saunders fighting. Well, the reason why that event was so successful is because they had all YouTube personalities doing it. Like you had Jake Paul fighting Deji, twat. And then you had like loads of other YouTube. I think Face Sensei fought on there, who's a legitimate kickboxer. What they should do is, if they want boxers, because obviously that's going to bring in a whole new audience to boxing. You could get some young people doing boxing, and that become the next big thing for Team GB. It should be KSI, Billy Joe, then another YouTube, then a pro.
And mix it
So mix it up for both views, because there's going to be a lot of kids watching. They're not going to know what boxing is. They're going to be able to sit still for that long.
True.
Like, but
it's got to be entertaining for everyone.
Yeah, but I do see why they want pros on there, because it is boxing, and you want boxers doing it.
And it's going to catch a lot of, attractions because of the names.
This is going to be good for both sides, because you can get a lot of new audience, a massive new audience. And they can learn from them as well. Yeah.
Anyways, Eddie Hearn, if you're looking for a fighter, YouTuber, you know, hit it up, man.
Hit up ThomDelaCruzzz.
ThomDelaCruzzz. I'm ready. I'm up. I'm completely up for it.
You're cutting already, so you can wait.
Yeah, I'll make around, I don't know, maybe 75 at the most. No.
I'll be your corner man. And your cut man and your coach.
I'll be there. I don't need nobody. I just give me a glove, boy.
And then I'll scrap on there as well. You give me.
I'll be like Chisora, like.
Give me someone average. I'll take like an Anthony Joshua or someone. I'll scrap them. I'll need to bulk up about 60 kilos, but I'll take him on. But I think the Chisora thing, like, it was funny. Like, you could see there's clearly some brain damage there. Yeah. That's why he went off. But I thought the highlight of that wasn't just him being a knobhead. Was how Eddie Hearn. Did you see how Eddie Hearn finished it when he went onto the podium and just went, "That man has a set of bollocks on him, doesn't he?" Like, that is the best way to do it. But I just think he's damaged his career now. Like Sky aren't going to want to do anything with him. Probably. Unless they switch it around and go, maybe we can get some publicity.
They're going to need some heavyweight fighters, and he's kind of up there.
Yeah, I don't know for how much longer. If he takes one too many punches, he's going to get battered by Parker.
Yeah,
his only hope is not to knock him out. Yeah. And I don't know how much more he can take. Yeah. Like, you see him now, his brain's rattled, and you don't like to see people get rinsed and start dribbling on their shoulder and that, because it's just not nice. And it's even worse when they start becoming commentators on the boxing. You have to try and understand them. Like when Paulie Malignaggi commentates, they're like, what? It's like, what? Sorry, mate, I can't understand you under the dribble and brain damage. But that's the problem with boxing. There's no way out, which is why I think the KSI Logan Paul thing can teach him. If I use social media, get loads of followers, I don't need to beat myself into oblivion. I can make some bank off this, because people do like to see what you do for training. But
let's wrap it off, because it's getting loud now.
Yeah, people are fucking popping off in the car park. Alright, so thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure. Me, my boy ThomDelaCruzzz.
You know how it is.
Social's going to be down the bottom. Subscribe to his channel, subscribe to ours. Armchair every week, Fridays, about between 6 and 8 p.m. I like to leave a little bit of a window. Yeah. But there may be a new segment coming soon, so keep your eyes out for that. As always, thank you for the support. We out.
Yes, sir.